Valentino from Crusader Caravans in Campbellfield Victoria. Today in one of our handover tutorial videos, we're going to be showing you how to use your 28 litre Swift appliance hot water service. The stainless steel Swift hot water service unit means that there is absolutely no self-sacrificial anode. There's nothing to have to monitor, there's no serviceability on it. You just hook some power up, hook some gas up, fire it away, it heats water up very, very quickly. Heat time on them is approximately 12 to 13, 14 minutes. Heats up very, very quickly. The Swift hot water service unit is actually a fast recovery unit, so it's not an instant unit, it does take time, but what it means is if you're using the hot water service whilst having a shower, it will continue to heat. It doesn't just use the 28 litres and then just dump a whole heap of cold into it. It will actually fire up automatically and then continue to heat. The super simple, stupid thing to remember about the hot water services from any appliance manufacturer is that it doesn't like being ran without water. So before we use the hot water service in any capacity, whether it be gas in a free camp scenario or 240 in a grid scenario, it's very important to remember you need to make sure there is water in the hot water service before you use it. Otherwise, you can blow the unit up, break circuit breakers in it, you can blow up the ignition system in it. It is very, very important. Very quickly you can cause a little bit of headache with them, so you just need to make sure that you're following the right instructions with them. Now, the easy way to remember is if you're at a caravan park and you're plugged up to water, so you've got the water plugged into the mains inlet on the off side of the caravan and the hose is on, and you're plugged into power, there must be water running in the system, because technically speaking, you've pressurized the unit with that mains pressure water plug, which means that all of the water lines in the caravan, as well as the holding tank, the 28 litre holding tank, that has to be full. So now you can go ahead and turn the hot water service on to 240 volts via a switch in the ensuite. So we'll jump in the ensuite and we'll show you how to turn that on. So here we are in the ensuite. So we have a little HWS switch. We just pop that on. That is it. The hot water service now will begin to heat a 240 elements in the hot water service, which is located in this bottom cupboard just here. That will then fire up and then just begin to heat. So in 12, 13, 14 minutes approximately, you should have hot water. Now, there is no reason to have to turn this off when you're at a caravan park plugged into mains water, because it is just going to continue to heat. Once it heats, it'll cool off. The element will actually stop heating, and then the water will obviously sit at the temperature because it's a well-insulated unit. When you use the hot water service and then it needs to be required to heat more, it will then activate again and start heating. But theoretically speaking, you can leave it plugged in and you can leave this on, providing that hose is plugged into the caravan. There is no reason why you don't have to turn it off. To turn it onto gas is the biggest thing when it comes to free camping. So we'll make our way back to our main head unit just here. So at our main head unit, we have a little thing that says hot water gas. So now what's really important to remember with the gas hot water service is it is a free camp system, obviously. You can use it at caravan parks, but I don't really see the sense in it. So first things first, have we got gas in the gas bottle? Yes, we do. Have we got it on? Well, I did it before the handover video, so I've turned the regulator tap to the right bottle and I've turned the right bottle on. So yes, in theory, we must have gas in the gas bottles, and there's gas in the system and gas in the lines. So I can go ahead and light it. But before I do, this is the part that a lot of people trip up on. Is my water pump on? Now, presuming you're free camping and you don't have access to water, you must be using your 12 volt pump. So the 12 volt pump is something you turn on. In our other tutorial videos, we've gone through that. So first of all, maybe jump to the bottom link in the video and have a look at the previous video in relation to turning the water pump on. Now, the most common question we get is from a lot of people who are free camping is, oh, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and the water pump's so noisy. There is no reason really that that pump should be activating at 3 o'clock in the morning if you're following the instructions correctly. Once the hot water service is hot, and that is indicated by the little light up on it, you turn it off. You go to bed, you get up in the morning, you then use the shower. There's no reason to keep it on and keep it heating and then cooling, because of obviously condensation in the unit, the water evaporates, and then it goes, I would like some more water, and the pump says no problem, and it goes brrrr, and it fires more water into the hot water service. There's no reason to continue heating and cooling and heating and cooling and heating and cooling. A lot of people do it, it's a very common mistake, and some people don't even realize that it's something that they shouldn't be doing. But my suggestion to you is before you jump into bed, go, well, all right, Barry likes getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and likes an early morning shower, brilliant. We'll turn the hot water service on, we'll go to bed, or before we go to bed, sorry, we'll make sure it gets hot. Once it's hot, the red light's disappeared, turn it off, jump into bed, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, you could turn it on for just 2 minutes and it'll reheat completely, because it's that fast recovery unit, back to its premium temperature. You can jump in the shower, have a nice early morning shower, and then back to square one. You don't have to keep it heating and cooling and heating and cooling. So, providing the pump is on and you can't hear it, it means that everywhere inside the caravan must have water, including the 28-litre hot water service tank. You are free and able to be able to use your gas hot water service. So, to do so, we go click, like so. The little red light will begin to pulsate. In approximately 10 seconds, we'll hear the unit on the outside of the caravan fire up. It'll go tick, 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 and then whoosh, big flame, just like it has right now. Fires up, it lights. After it's lit, that's it. It's done the trick. This little light up here has now gone solid red, which means the unit has lit and it will begin heating. When it is hot, the light will disappear because it is telling the user, hey, listen, I don't need to be on right now. We are at premium temperature. Chill out, jump in the shower, do whatever you like to do, but I'm ready to roll whenever you are. Some troubleshooting tips. A lot of people query it. Why doesn't my hot water service light turn on? Chances are it's already hot. Very, very common that a lot of people will accidentally leave it on 240, and then after a period of time, they go to it and go, oh, I'll turn it on gas, and very easily have you already heated the unit and you're not aware of it. The other thing as well is the HWS power point switch that you saw in the ensuite just before. That switch there controls a power point that the hot water service is plugged into. Normally it's identified by a grey lead that's plugged into a single white power point. Single power points are typically use a specified power point, so don't go, I would recommend not unplugging them and then putting a 4-board adapter in them, for instance, otherwise it's not going to work. When that switch is on, it sends a signal, a 240 volt signal to that power point that's a designated power point, and it tells that power point to turn on. That power point is specifically for that hot water service and it's really not for other appliances, so be mindful not to play around with it and leave it plugged in. If you have any questions at all, please give us a call on 9359 2938, email me at michael@crusadermelbourne.com. Alternatively, head to the website for more information at www.crusadercaravansmelbourne.com.au, or like and subscribe for more. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.